Mais ou menos uma semana atrás, hoje é 3 de fevereiro, February for me. Oh, more or less 1 week ago, today is 3 of February 2022. So more or less 7 days ago, I had a vision with my deceased relatives who had passed away, and that was more about my sisters. Now I have lost a sister after she undergo a surgery, after she got a pain, and then she went to hospital, and in there they opened her up, and she couldn't resist the surgery, and she came to pass away. That was 2019, 3 years ago. She was around 61, 62-year old at that time when she passed away. It was right at the time and the year when they sent in the thing, the this rubbish, nonsense, black goo or whatever they want to talk about. So she passed away. And then later on, I received a message telling me that um, some of your loved ones have blocked you from a bad wave. Now, what that really meant, what they meant to say that, how they meant that virus was for me, and then in exactly in 2019, I have the vision of a virus come and strike my lungs, and that old lady there was an Indian, a shamanic woman, and she tells me that uh, you were chosen. There's nothing we can do. That's mean that thing also wants to come to me, but it didn't come. It came, but it didn't succeed and destroy me without going to hospital, without taking medication, nothing. I just wish it away, and it just went away because it's a spiritual more than a physical stuff. Okay, this epidemic is about a physical a physical creation. It's not just it's a spiritual thing. It's not just a physical. Anyway, all virus is something ethereal. It's something very creepy indeed, such that we cannot see it. So this sister passed away. So long story short, my sister passed away, and I had very a lot of dreams with her. Some good, some not good. She started coming the day when she passed over. She came to me in the form of a moth that stayed with me the whole night. And the next day, when she passed over. She passed away. The moth also died. And after that, more dreams, like nightmares about her. And some not good, some very scary for some people, not for me though. So I dreamed of her, and I dreamed of a sister, another one, uh second eldest sister, this one who died in 2019, that I have a lot of dreams about her. That one is the 50, no, she's the fourth, number four oldest sister. I have five older sister, and the one who passed away was this one, the fourth older sister, and the second older sister who died last year at the age of 70 as a result of the mRNA uh, injection, immunization. So I dreamt that I was in this place, and suddenly I saw my sister coming. She was very agitated. The second sister who died recently, the older one. She came to me and she was very agitated. She was telling me that her deceased husband who went away uh, earlier than her. Her husband died in the 90s, the early 90s. And she would say that that man was not giving her peace at the other side, and that he was not in peace, also he was lost in a crossroad. So he came to me in the shape of a frog. Okay, he came to me in the shape of a frog, and he jumped around. And then my sister, this one, the deceased one, would tell, I want to kill this frog. I don't want this man following me around. You see, and he was still on the other side. So I asked him, what's your problem? Then he told me the following. He told me that he was lost. He was a lost man and he didn't know where to go. His soul, okay, because we are not quite a soul. His soul program software was still around in the universe. And he went somewhere on the crossroad, and he was in a crossroad of the multiverse, and he was lost. So he kind of goes after my sister, but my sister didn't like him. You see, didn't want him along tagging, tagging after her. So she came to me for advice. So I asked him what's the problem, and he told me I'm lost in a crossy road, and I don't know where to go. There's many way. There's so a lot of road, and I'm I'm basically lost in this infinite space that I see myself in. So I told him, okay. I told his name and I said, okay, I tell you something. You are not this person. So I told his name. You are not this person anymore. Okay. So what I can tell you is for you to let go of your fears and just follow any road, because there's no way you cannot get lost. You see, there's no way that you can get lost in the way to find out about yourself and who you are. So go any road. Don't be scared about whether you take left, right, up or below. Just go your way. What you feel, follow that road, because it has been a long time already. He died and he's still lost. So after that he left, and I asked my sister, that one who was died recently, that person, that my sister, she was what they called a priestess, something like that. She dealt with African religions. Okay, she was a priestess, something like that. And she was very agitated, and I told her, cool down, calm down. She was a Cancerian and a very agitated person, and I told her, cool down. You don't need to be like this. Just be patient with your ex, this personality, because all this is a personality. So I start to explain to her everything. This one is just a personality that you carry to the other side. You have to share this personality. You are not this person. So I told you have name, and he's not this person. This is personality. You guys must pull your way. Drop your personality. Drop it and just follow the multiverse. Go with the flow. And after that, she stays one side, and she kind of don't talk anymore, because as I tell in my other videos, I tell that what I say there is that after we die, we have here, at least on earth, we have more or less minimum 6 months to stay here or 1 year. Okay, 12 months, 6 to 12 months maximum. But in his case, he wants it on earth. Okay, he wants it on earth because if you see some contradiction in what I have said earlier on, so I'm gonna clarify it now. Uh, that I was talking about the earth. Once you die, you may stay here minimum 6 months, or you can extend this stay in here depending on your principles, depending on your belief system, and many other variants. Okay, in his case, the case of my brother-in-law, he was the other side already. He was on the multiverse. He was no more here. But because uh, we transcend with the light body, we transcend time, space, whatever. I could He could come to us yet to the earth. He still could come here. At least his personality could come and then communicate with us. He came to my sister to ask for help, but she was so like afraid of him. She was so terrified that he was following her around, stalking her. And this thing can happen and we are deciding we don't know it. Souls stalking another in other plans as well. So that's why it's so important that some people get cremated, because once we cremate also your personality. There's a chance that you cremate your personality, but you cannot cremate your light body. This light body is difficult to cremate. So carry on your light body, but your body, your persona, as Mary or John is gone. Okay, once you cremate it. So continuing. Suddenly, I saw. I'm aware that there's a woman somewhere. Okay, I see a woman. I see a woman somewhere, and I was aware that that was actually it was actually my sister, my other sister who died earlier on, and she was behind me. And then I was surprised to see her, and I was very glad to see her. So I kind of telling her, "Oh, hello." I greeted her. "Hello, how are you? Long time I don't see you." So she kind of she was okay, okay. At the first, she was okay. She greeted me. She was very young. She died at 62, but now I saw her back on her 20s. When she was in 20s, her hair was the way she liked it, and styled upward like this, like very like wavy way, and she was very attractive, very beautiful, very young yet. Just the way she liked to be. You see, she appeared that way to me. So, she was wearing, how to say that, shaggy brows. Shaggy. It was black and something like white, black, something shaggy, white, black, multi, two color. So suddenly she wants to talk to me. I say, "How are you? Where are you?" She say, I already went to another place." And I say, "Where?" She Then she said, "I'm in another place. I'm in no more net. I'm in another place." I said, "Oh, great. So would you enlighten me more where you are?" Then before she could reply to me, she started to cry, and then I was aware because she was in front of me, which was she was given back to. She was uh, behind her back, and in front of me, I saw what was a portal open up. A portal was open up, and she said, "No, no, I cannot talk anymore. I cannot talk." I said, "Why?" no, I cannot, I'm afraid. And she started to cry. He's going to punish me again. He's going to punish me again. I say, who? She say, he. Then I say, who? She say, I cannot talk. So in my mind, I went inside myself. And she didn't say anything, but inside myself, I said, I must use my intuition. So in my mind came the word, Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael. Once you can say Archangel, Michael, this and that, okay? Whatever I say, Michael, whatever. But in my mind was Archangel Michael in English. Then I say he. Then she started to close cover her eyes, and I also cover my eyes because that portal started to become bright and more bright and more bright, and I was afraid of what I could see the other side there. Okay, so um I could see in my inner eye that the vision would not be good. So I closed my eyes too, just like my deceased sister did. And I asked her again, he's bothering you? She said, I don't want to talk. Please don't make me talk anymore. I'm afraid. So she was terrified and traumatized. And I was afraid too, but a bit, not so much. So I gained my strength because I'm more courageous than her. And then I told this person or this being, I say, are you bothering my sister? Please leave her alone. Go away, go away, go away. Leave her alone. And before I could wake up, um, the portal started to close. But it will, will. It's not like this. Of course, it's like this static, but it will zoom, 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 and then start to close. So I start to say, my God, what a dream. What a revelation from the other side. So after that, I start to question myself. Could it be that dark forces try to fool eyes if I am in the side of religions? And if I am fanatic of any sort, if I follow religion, I will start to thinking so. Even if I follow New Age, garbage, hogwash, I'll choose to think this way. But I'm none of this. I'm trying to pass up my own verdict on this. First, that these beings is not what you think they are. Second, they are not human at all. Okay, they are not human. Third, that they do terrorize souls in the other side. Now, I may be contradicting myself. I may be say, okay, but soul is just a structure, a construct that they construct to make people have feelings and then suffer here and suffer the other side. Then why are you talking about soul here? Yes, okay, that's true. Souls is a construct. In reality, we don't need a soul, okay? And what they do is just to terrorizing a soul, a construct that they have invested themselves in. Okay, so it's up to all the deceased person to understand this before they kind of attach themselves to their soul, because that soul per se also is not something that you can voucher on. You can trust it to be genuine and something that we need to have, because in reality that's just a construct. You don't need to have that. Okay, however, I was in the visions, I was very like zealous about my sisters, because I'm a very protective person. I was the youngster in my family, and I'm a very protective. Okay, it's already something about me. I'm not a selfish kind of person, and I'm very protective. Even if in honest my sister have done something to hurt me, that's okay. I forgive any time. However, I was not thinking that I could tell her that, yeah, but you are not a soul. Why you care about me punishing this construct that you have? Just don't care. Just let it go. Let it go so that the suffering also will end. I failed to tell her that. I really failed. I supposed to have told her that because she's still suffering, because she's still attached to that personality, to the her avatar here on earth. It is so important that you will let go of this avatar. And the best way will be to be cremated. I guess so. Cremate this body is much better than bury it. Because we gonna how to say, we're gonna release all the attachment we have to it with it. Okay, so now going back to talk about this is being, let's see now who they are here through religion's point of view. They are beautiful, they are blonde, they are Anglo. No, they are nothing like this one is just a make believe, just a creation on people's um, theological conventional norms and also psychosis. For me, psychosis because every ethnic group here tends to create their own gods, okay, and their own image. This is what the the analogy of, and God has created man and his creation. No, I would say your humans has created your gods in your very image. You see how it opposite? It's the other way around. So it describes here as a being of the light. Here he's talk about people put up of all the suffering and learn it as a lesson, all the thing that's to come, because there's more thing to coming along. Okay, so we have to face it, and this is a part of a lesson for us to learn. Blah blah blah. I don't buy it, I don't accept it, I don't buy it. However, although you create this being according to your religions and someone so pleasant, a being so pleasant, so beautiful, so majestic, etc. In Goetia, there is nothing like that. In the absolute reality, these beings are not as you think they are. Okay, and that is the truth of these beings, is that they are not what you think they are. Okay, these are just a fabrication of humans imagination, and these beings they impregnate, they put in your mind something that they wish you to believe them to be. They make you believe and see them in this way, but that is the real Michael, the real Saint Michael, the real Gabriel, Gabriel. That's the real one. In Goetia, they explain everything. They explain the truth. They are horrendous. They are bizarre. They are macabre. They are not what you have fabricated in your minds and what your religions tells you that they are, and what they have placed in your minds to believe and to see them. Because as you believe, so be unto die. As you believe, so be unto your all. Okay? So these beings is not why Bible create angels are so creep. Mm-hmm. Name Gabriel, Raphael, Michael. Angels are, and some of them are not even true. They are just a construct, electronic construct to AI. They are just the workers of the Anunnaks. They are not even real to be correct. Okay, they are not real. Wait a minute. I don't think that the Bible say that. It's a lie. The Bible tell you differently. What they mean it was Goetia, who tells you that they look like that. However, the Bible tells you otherwise. That they are beautiful, that they have a blonde hair, blue eye, they have light skin or tanned skin. No, they aren't like that. First of all, they are more mechanical. They are kind of ethereal. Uh, how to say that thing is a kind of light made of ions and it's not visual, but it's something like photonic light. Photonic light. They are made of photonic lights. They are not real, okay? They are not real. But can they appear as they please? Yeah, they can. They can appear as demons. They can appear as humans, as a bird, as a dog, as a cat, anything. Anything they place their mind on. Angels, originally from the Hebrew word malach, which roughly translated to messenger. This message appeared in the Old Testament number of times to carry God's message. God or the Anunnaks, dragons. So then one night when they appear in the Bible, the scrolls have wings. But they are not quite the nightmare material freak abomination we saw before the angels known as Malach. Not the only heavenly beings in the Bible. There's a hierarchy of them, and depending on who you ask, your classic humanoid angels actually pretty far down the road in the Middle Ages. Jewish scholar known as drew up a hierarchy of the angel. Look here, your classic humanoid angels. The Malach are pretty low down, but not quite as low as the cherubim. Forget the chubby winged angel according to the Bible. Cherubims are animal human hybrid. The first time you see them is the book of Genesis. I go through this. Exactly, exactly. You see, that's your angels, and even the earlier Hebrews tell so, and they are right. In the Goetian, they talk about it. You see how they look like they are a mixture. And more than that, some of them are nothing but machines. They are AI, but in a form of ethereal form. See, they have feline, humans, cow, goat. They even have goat, eagle, snakes, anything, serpent, python, anything. Living creature, but they are later revealed in chapels. Cherubim is accounted as a fall in the middle of it when something like four living creatures. These ones they appear and see they were of a human form. Each had 4 faces and each of them had 4 wings. Their legs very straight and their soles of their feet were like the sole of a calf's foot. They sparkled like burnished bronze under their wings. On their 4 sides they had human hands, and the 4 had their face and their wings, thus the wing touched. Another each of them moved straight ahead. Sometimes this is just a construct. This is a hologram. It's not even true. It's just a computer program. They are not real. And I don't know why that's so there. I don't know whether my sister or something else disguised as my sister was afraid of. Maybe I've been like that. Like torches moved to and from among the living creatures. The fire was bright and light issued from the fire. The living creature darted to and fro like a flash of light. They are not real. The cherubim don't look like a very angel. Instead, they look more like the mythical beast in giant in Mesopotamia. Tell the Babylonian Yamasu is the wings of an eagle, the body of a lion, and the head of a king. These would act as guardian secret places like temples or the palace or city performance. Cherubim they look similar to the Egyptian cows and the sphinx of the Hittite graffiti. It's very dissident of the mythological creatures. Who had the stupid idea to create them like a human and a Saliso and a probably from the shape of a Cupido Pluto had the stupid idea to create them like humans and especially Anglos humans. That's so stupid, you know. The Christianity may have been imported from Greek and Roman myths. That's explain it. The Greeks and the Romans invented all this nonsense. They have 6 wings, 2 used for flying, and the other pair for covering the angel's face, and the third pair for covering the angel's feet. She had 6 wings, 2 they covered their faces, and if 2 they covered their feet, and if 2 they flew, and one called the other and said, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of the hosts, and the whole earth is full of his glory. In medieval Christian theology, seraphim is the highest core of the angelic hierarchy. They are the caretakers. I don't want to know all this archons. I don't believe in all this. Again, continue singing holy, holy, holy all day, every day. Okay, where do they come from? Going further, the seraphim's name reveals its origins. The Hebrew word for venomous serpent of the desert is saraf. See? In ancient Egypt, the cobra was often referred to as the flaming one. And this comes to the Dracos and the reptilians, often referred to as the flaming one, and an image of which called Uraeus was worn by the pharaoh. The saraf may be the Hebrew term for cobra. perhaps or our seraphim get their winged appearance. From now we are getting to the strangest being in the Bible. Well, birds originated, I guess the birds originate from the dinosaurs, and maybe the serpent originate from birds, so they are close together. So that's how it is explained. People knows on the wheels, they are pair of interlocked gold wheels with eyes around the outside, and they hover and float in the sky in the same visions as before. Ezekiel described them alongside the cherubim court. As I looked at the living creatures, I saw a wheel on the earth beside the living creatures, one for each of the four of them. As for the appearance of the construction, appearance was like the gleaming of beryl, and the four had the same form. Their construction be something like a wheel within a wheel. When they moved in any of the four directions without variance. They moved. Their rims were tall and awesome, for the rims of all four were full of eyes all around. When the living creatures moved, the wheels moved beside them, and when the living creatures rose from the earth, the wheels rose wherever the spirit would go. They went, and the wheels rose along with them. For the spirit of the living creatures was in the wheels. The wheels are beings who are meant to carry God's throne, making them some of the holiest, internally the strangest being in the Bible. Where do these wheels come from? Well, no one really knows. This one conspiracy theories believe that Ezekiel is describing UFO with a strange shape and movement, or perhaps seeing that this all takes place in a trippy vision. It could be the product of the prophetic ingest, a psychedelic plant. More grounded scholars interpret the wheels metaphorically, standing for God's unknown ability. So we know much more about the wheel.
There is some confusion about whether these eldritch abominations, known as cherubim, seraphim, or ophanim, are really actually angels. Perhaps heavenly being is a better description of them. Whatever it may be, the Bible's view of heaven is not the exclusive domain of these beautiful winged humanoids. If heaven is in fact real, you'll likely be spending a literal eternity alongside these winged monstrosities instead. Hey, thanks for making it to the end of this video. I drew up a hierarchy of angels from mankind. His account is as follows.
We really
And they
never know what is pursued at the side. It's still a mystery, but I am glad that I am deciphering. I am finding out bit by bit, and I do love this kind of vision because open up more the open up a window to something that once closed, something that once tried to hide, which the truth, the reality of the other side. You see, so I'm glad that at least I'm having this vision, and I'm seeing bit by bit what is in the other side. Yes, maybe we can still continue creating in the other side, but that's because you choose not to let go of your mind. Okay, you choose not to to let go your avatar or your personality and your mind, because until you do, you still believe that you still exist, just like you were here on earth. You can remain on earth as a ghost, or sometimes you cannot, up to 6 months, 1 year. When you stay longer than that, what gonna last of you is just some kind of how to say it, you know, the old clothes, something dirty and smelly like that. That's what will remain of you, just old dirty clothes, smelly one. So you wouldn't want that for you, would you? Then I don't know what they try to tell me in this dream. Maybe they want me to make this video and show more about this is being who they really are. I don't know. See, I cannot say that that one's the work of some evil dark forces telling me to do it. In the previous video that I make it after I had this vision. So it's not a product of what I have been reading or watching. This vision just came 7 to 80 days ago. See? So, well, but for each their own, we cannot teach all the horses new tricks after all.